Good morning, Lions. I've been missing all of you, and I thought today we could read a story together. So I wanted to start off by telling each of you good morning. I usually tell you good morning when you walk in the mornings, but since I wasn't able to, I thought we could make it fun. And I'm going to hold up a sheet of paper with each of your names, and I'm going to see if you can recognize and read the name of each of your friends. So let's start by saying good morning to Charlie. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning, Avery. Good morning, Grayson. Good morning, Elle. Good morning, Terrell. Good morning to Camille. Good morning, Kason. Good morning, Savannah. Good morning, Emmeline. And good morning, Cash. Normally I write your names on a sheet, not a sheet, but a sentence strip, and I did not have any sentence strips here, so I improvised and I decided to use some loose leaf notebook paper. Loose leaf notebook paper is what you use in school, and you normally do your schoolwork on it, and you hold it like this and you write in between these horizontal lines. But today I flipped the paper like this where the lines were vertical, and I wrote each of your names. Remember, your names start with an uppercase letter, and every time we read something, we read left to right. So now I wanted to read to you a story. In January, we read a story called The Snowy Day. I don't have the book here, but I was going to show you the picture to see if any of you remember. The Snowy Day. It was a story about Peter, a little boy in this red snowsuit who went out to play in the snow. Do you remember Peter? Peter had a great time outside in the snow, and when it was time to go inside, he stuck something in his pocket. Do you remember what he stuck in his pocket? Did you say a snowball? That's right, Peter stuck a snowball in his pocket. And do you remember what happened to the snowball? It melted. It melted. So today I'm going to read you another story about Peter. See, we see Peter here again, but he's not in a snowsuit this time. Peter is wearing shorts, so it must be warmer weather. And we are going to read Whistle for Willie by Ezra Jack Keats. And this is another story about the same kid, Peter, and an adventure he's going to go on. Now, the title of the book is Whistle for Willie. Do you know who Willie is? Do you have any guesses? Let's read the story and see if we can figure out who is Willie. Whistle for Willie. I'm turning the pages, and I'm going to start right here where the words are. We see Peter, and he's standing next to a traffic light. Oh, how Peter wished he could whistle. Do you know how to whistle? I don't know how to whistle. He saw a boy playing with his dog, and whenever the boy whistled, the dog ran straight to him. Peter tried and tried to whistle, but he couldn't. So instead, he began to turn himself around, around, and around he whirled, faster and faster. Do you see that? This is who he saw. He saw this little boy whistling and the dog running to him. And look, Peter right here, he's twirling and twirling and twirling. What do you think is going to happen? When he stopped, everything turned down and up and down and all around and around. Look, Peter is dizzy. See the traffic light? The traffic light isn't, the lights aren't actually jumping off of it. Peter is spun and spun, and his eyes have made it look like the traffic light is all mixed up. He's gotten dizzy. Peter saw his dog, Willie, coming. So now we know who Willie is. Quick as a wink, he hid in an empty carton lying on the sidewalk. "Wouldn't it be funny if I whistled?" said Peter. While Peter stopped and looked all around to see who it was, Peter tried again to whistle, but still he couldn't. So Willie just walked on. Look at Willie ignoring Peter. He said Willie would stop and look around to see who it was if he whistled. That's what he thinks. What do you think? Peter got out of the carton and started home. On the way home, he took some colored chalk out of his pocket and drew a long line. Look, there were 2 girls jumping rope, and Peter drew a circle around them so he wouldn't disturb them. He just went around them with the chalk and drew his line onto the door. Right up to his door, he stood there and he tried to whistle again. He blew till his cheeks were tired, but nothing happened. Look at this picture. Do you know what this is? Did you say a barber pole? This is a barber pole, which would indicate that there's a barber inside of here. A barber is a person who cuts hair. And if you look closely right there, there's a kitten or a cat inside the window. He went into his house and put on his father's old hat to make himself feel more grown up. He looked into the mirror to practice whistling. Still, no whistle. Have you ever put on one of your parents' caps or hats or a jacket of theirs and it made you feel more grown up? Sometimes playing dress up is fun. When his mother saw what he was doing, Peter pretended that he was his father. He said, "I've come home early today." "Dear, is Peter here?" His mother answered, "Why, no, he's outside with Willie." "Well, I'll go out and look for them," said Peter. He was still pretending to be his father. First, he walked along a crack in the sidewalk. Then he tried to run away from his shadow. Have you ever done those? Those are both some fun outside activities. He jumped off his shadow, but when he landed, they were there together again. He came to the corner where the carton was, and who should he see but Willie. Peter scrambled under the carton. He blew and he blew and he blew. He was being very persistent. He was trying and trying very hard to learn how to whistle. Suddenly, out came a real whistle. Willie stopped and looked around to see who it was. Peter was right. Willie would respond to a whistle. "It's me," Peter shouted, and he stood up, and Willie raced straight to see him. Look at Peter whistling. Peter ran home to show his father and mother what he could do. They loved Peter's whistling, and so did Willie. See the family enjoying Peter's whistling? It looks like his mother is praising him for trying so hard, being so persistent, and learning how to whistle. Peter's mother asked him and Willie to go on an errand to the grocery store. He whistled all the way there and all the way home. And that's the end of Whistle for Willie. Do you know how to whistle? No? Well, maybe you could learn how. Do you have a dog? I have a dog. Her name is Irene. Maybe if you have a dog, you could draw a picture of that dog and get your parents to help you write the dog's name. What is your dog's name? Maybe you could write it on the paper. Have you ever tried to learn anything new like Peter? It takes a lot of persistence and perseverance to be able to learn something new. Maybe while we're all staying at home, you could learn something new. Maybe you could try to learn to whistle like Peter, or to learn a new game, or to learn how to do something different and adventurous that you've never done before. I had a great time reading to you today. I hope everyone's doing well. I've been getting messages on my phone through the Remind app from your parents, and even some pictures. I would love to get some pictures and some messages from your parents. Please tell them to continue sending them. And since we're not here together, I wanted to have a chance to tell each of you goodbye. So let's get our papers and let's start backwards this time. See you later, Cash. See you later, Emmeline. I'll see you later, Savannah. See you later, Kason. See you later, Camille. I'll see you later, Terrell. I'll see you later, Elle. I'll see you later, Grayson. I'll see you later, Avery. See you later, Zoe. And I'll see you later, Charlie. Y'all have a good evening.